We've been focusing the practice the last couple of days on the yoga teachings called the Gunas. Gunas meaning the three energy patterns of nature, so Rajas, Tamas, and Sattva. And we're going to continue that this morning. I see that my friend Vincent is feeling porous. Like a sponge. You can soak in the information. Yeah. So thank you all for being here. Let's take a comfortable seat to settle in. We can practice arriving, and then we'll dive in. So please rest your hands in your lap. You're welcome to close your eyes. It's an interesting phenomenon when we come into the present moment to practice yoga, and yoga asks us to come into the present moment. And yet, like a river, we also know that we are a process that's ever unfolding. We can't be summarized by just one snapshot from our life or one drop in the river. So paradoxically, we're asked to come into the present moment for our yoga practice. Yoga brings us into the present moment. And we're asked to be aware of the process unfolding through us. That we are, in fact, a process. So when you feel yourself arriving, just notice how you kind of navigate that seeming paradox that you are a river flowing through your own life, and you are also pausing here in the present, that process still going on. And you may remind yourself now that both the present moment and the process are larger than you are, larger than that which we think ourselves to be. Now welcome your breathing, the subtle form of the ujjayi. Welcome your breathing to come in and out through the nose and the back hollow of the throat. And see if you can rest your attention on the silence that is the pauses, but that silence is actually still there when you're inhaling. Just that the sound tends to occupy the space that we normally listen to. So try having a sense the silence of the pauses is not vanishing during the sound of the breath. A few days back, I talked about it as if you were seeing the canvas on which the painting has been painted. Listen for the silence. It's not only in the pauses, but it remains there during the inhale sound and the exhale sound. And notice how you give your attention to this. Like, what is the quality of the mind that you come to this attention with? And then please join your hands together at your heart in Anjali Mudra. We'll chant the Gayatri mantra together. Let's begin. Om Bhuvasuvah Tat Savitor Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayata Om Bhuvasuvah Tat Savitor Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayata Om Bhuvasuvah Tat Savitor Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayata Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om. You may bow your head to your heart. Keeping your attention inward, release your hands to go out over your knees. Place your fingers over the knees. And then using the ujjayi breath, I'm going to ask you to do this again where you listen, that the silence is there in the duration of the breath. It doesn't mean that you're only hearing silence. It means that when you hear the sound, you don't forget the silence in which the sound is happening. Likewise, when we go inhale up towards cow pose and we go exhale down towards cat pose in the spine, try to sense that's a process that you're giving your attention to. And the attention is constant, even if the spine is in extension or in flexion. So let's begin. Inhale to go up. And then exhale into flexion, round the spine and gaze down and in. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, glide down, of course, at your own pace, in relationship with your body and your rhythm. Do this 3 times more. Keep your hands firmly fixed over your knees so that there's a stability in both flexion and extension. And try to sense that in you, which is the attention. Even though there's all these moving parts in the spine and the body. And listen once more for the silence that is unbroken by the sound. And inhale, roll up to sitting. Now take your left hand and place it on top of your right or hold your right wrist. Tip your left ear down towards your left shoulder. Begin to side bend to your left as you twist gently to your right. Inhale, rise up to sitting. Place your left hand back out over your left knee. Cross your right hand to hold your left wrist. Tip your right ear towards your right shoulder and side bend to your right. Now, if you keep the left hand firm on your left knee and your right hand firm on your left or on your wrist, you have a structure that's more stable at the base. That's the element of tamas, the stability, the structure. And then rise up to sitting. Place your right hand back out over your right knee. And listen for the energy that then moves through your body. That's called rajas. So stagnant energy gets mobilized, and that mobilizing force is called rajas. Now interlace your fingers, take the heels of the hands straight down. This is a sequence we've been doing for some time now, so let's proceed. Inhale to go lower, middle, and upper. Then exhale, keep the arms up but gaze down. Inhale to go back up. Exhale, side bend to your left. Inhale up to center and look up. Exhale, side bend to your right. Inhale up to center and look up. Exhale, squeeze the hands down behind your head. Place the pinkies at the base of your skull. Inhale, lower, middle, and then upper. Bring the elbows forward, raise up. Exhale, level your head, elbows wide, and then gaze down. Inhale, left elbow forward, right elbow up, twist to your right. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist left. Exhale, center. Now inhale to go up. And pushing out, open the sky of your mind. And as your hands return to your knees, listen for the constancy of attention. So all those moving parts, that's the process unfolding. And attention is the constancy. Now we're going to do a practice that has rajas in it. It's a rajasic practice. It makes rajas, and sometimes I like to say we need rajas to meet rajas to dissipate rajas. So we're going to go up with the fingers open like this, and then down with fists. And it's a relatively rapid, and it's in and out through the nose. So like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now inhale to go up. And exhale, arms wide, out, down. Slowly return your hands to your knees. You can pause to notice the mobilization of energy. That is called rajas. Listen for that which is deeply still underneath that mobilization. Now bring your gaze down towards the floor, maybe 45 degrees in front of you, that kind of angle for the head. And then close your eyes. So your head is the same, but the eyes go in towards the heart. Lift the base of your skull. Lengthen the back of the spine. Now we'll inhale continuously, but distinctly. First third, middle third, upper third. We're going to hold the inhale at the top. Then exhale distinctly, lower third, middle third, upper third, but exhale continuously. Deeply relax. Let the belly open to the next breath that comes in. So I want the regions of the torso to be distinct, but the breath continuous. So you're not interrupting the breath today. But we are making it distinct. Let's repeat that. So inhale lower, middle, and then upper third, and hold the breath at the top. Exhale slowly. A deep squeeze and then release. And the same thing one more time, please. So notice now in the echo of that practice, notice that which feels grounded to you. That would be tamas. That which feels energized or awakened, that feeling of energy is rajas. And that which may feel lucid or clear, called sattva. Now we're going to transition to table pose, and you're going to need a couple of blocks. Let me change my camera. We're going to be working on some rotations in the thoracic spine. So I will recommend, because you're going to have the knees on the floor for part of the practice, let's also have a blanket for the knees. So come down to your table pose, and let's start with both blocks on the medium setting. And I would say for the blanket, I'm going to open mine so it's for my shins and my knees. You can choose if you like. So the two hands can be shoulder width apart. And then as you inhale, press into cat pose. Broaden the back of the body like a parachute. And as you exhale, roll through to cow pose. Open the front, chest, and heart. I like to think of it like the swing, going beyond the swing set structure. The swing goes wee forward. So inhale like a parachute in the back body. And exhale like a swing on the swing set coming forward. Twice more. Breathe in. And breathe out, cow pose. Okay, inhale to cat pose, and then pause in cat pose. When you exhale, bring your left knee up towards your left elbow. And then inhale to cow pose and take the left leg straight back behind you. And exhale, return to cat pose, both knees and both hands stable. Okay, so the process, when you take the leg behind you, I'm going to ask you to take it straight back. So I should be clear that it's lifted like this, it's straight back. Okay, so we're going to be doing that side to side. It's like a cross crawl pattern. So let's do it in synchronizing now. We'll inhale to cat. Exhale, right knee up. Inhale, take the right leg back, come into cow pose. Now exhale, return your right knee to your right elbow in cat pose. Inhale, touch the right knee down, you're in cat pose. Exhale, left knee up. Inhale, left leg back, heart forward. Exhale, cat pose, bring your left knee up to your left elbow. Inhale, cat pose, both knees down. Exhale, right knee up. Inhale, right leg back and heart forward. Exhale, right knee up to your right elbow, cat pose. Inhale, cat. Exhale, left knee up. Inhale, left leg back. Bring the heart forward to cow. And last one, exhale, left knee up. Inhale, cat pose. And exhale, reach back to child's pose. And for this child's pose, just keep your head hovering between the upper arms, not lower than that. Might be a little higher if that's what your neck needs. And notice any temperature change in your body. And also how the lower belly does with now softening after some exertion. And then bring yourself forward to table pose. And let's just check that you've got the floor space for this. So you've got, that's why I moved my blanket. So we're going to keep the right hand on the block. The left hand's going to have this option. It's going to reach forward, but also can you take your left arm under and come down to the outside of your shoulder and twist to your right? Do you have the floor space there for that? Okay, and once you're set, place your left hand down and your right hand down. And I know that keeping your right arm straight, that this feels kind of awkward, but please do keep the right arm straight for this part. And let's breathe into cat pose. It is asymmetrical. Breathe out, come to cow pose. I know it feels a little bit weird. Inhale to cat. Again, exhale to cow pose. There is a rotation in your upper thoracic spine here. Once more, inhale to cat. And under the bridge that you've just made with your body, now take the left arm through and bend your right elbow. You're going to place the back of the left arm down, the side of the head, and then maybe your left shoulder. Press down through your right hand against the block and roll your right elbow up towards the ceiling. And take a deep breath into the low belly. And now exhale, press down into your right hand, slowly straighten your right arm, and then glide the left arm out to the left. Take the right leg back, touch the toes to the floor, and raise your left arm up. And then return. Place your left hand, switch the block to go under your left hand. Place both knees on the floor. And here we go, left arm straight. Let's inhale to cat pose. And exhale to cow pose. Yeah, feeling into your upper back where it moves well and where it doesn't. So inhale to cat. Use the strength of both arms. Exhale, glide through to cow pose. Once more, inhale to cat. Now take the right arm under, so you've got the back of your right hand, the back of your wrist and elbow. Bend the left elbow and touch the side of your head to the floor. Possibly your right shoulder will also reach the floor. Press your left hand firmly down to support the twist. And now as you next inhale, make the left arm strong and keep it consistently gaining in strength as you inhale, inhale, inhale. Step your left toes back like plank. Raise your right arm up. And then exhale, return your right hand and switch the block. Now this time, place your left hand forward of your right hand. So you've got this arm straight up on the block. The left arm is forward. It is awkward. Step the right knee forward. Sorry that it's not on your blanket, but you could move the blanket if you need it to be padded. Okay, inhale to cat. Exhale to cow pose. So what we did is the same posture as last time, but we added this crawl step forward. So your left and right knee stepped forward. And now you've made the spine not just asymmetrical for twisting, but a little bit of side bending in there. Let's do inhale to cat pose again. One more time to cow pose. Look at the strength of both arms. Keep that intact. And last one to cat pose. And then exhale, step your right knee back to match your left knee. And now when you take the left arm under, this time, take it under, place the back of your arm, step the right toes back, like plank pose. And your twist is gonna feel easier to do because you've picked up the right knee, reach back with your right heel, keep your right toes solid on the floor. Now with that twist in the upper body, start to lower your right knee really slowly back down. So that as you start to lower the right knee to be as, let's say, grounded as the left knee, you're going to notice where the twist is in your upper back. And then press into your right arm. Energize the right arm, open your left arm out to the side, step the right foot back to plank pose, raise the left arm high. And then place your left palm down, right knee down. Let's switch the block. Okay, so left hand on the block, place your right hand forward, left knee forward. And inhale to cat pose. Exhale to cow pose. So we're using the movement of the body right now, and I know it's awkward and asymmetrical, but we're using this movement to kind of unearth some of the hidden places of stagnation in the spine, in the four corners of the body, the shoulders, the hips. That bit of stagnation we would call tamas. And we're using a little bit of rajas to find that tamas. Reminds me of when you go to the dentist and they clean the plaque that's on your teeth. They use a rajasic little machine. And so the next time you're in cat pose, take the left knee back to line up with the right. Let's glide the right arm under. This time as you come down to the twist, step the left foot back like you're going to plank pose. When you step your left leg back like that, you have just a little bit less stability, but you also have more mobility for the upper back to twist. So now we're going to add the stability of the left knee going back down, and try to notice where you have to ask of your body for some mobility to get the left knee to go back down. For example, maybe the right side waist or around the right side of the rib cage. And then press firmly into your left hand. Start to unwind. Take the left foot back to plank pose one more time. Raise your right wingtip to the sky. And then glide down and take one block to sit on in Vajrasana. And notice that you have moved energy, right? You might even get what we call a yoga hot flash. You feel warm in a very simple practice. You might have unleashed some stagnant energy. Now let's take a wide stance with the feet as wide apart as one leg. Prasarita Padottanasana, please. You can put this blanket aside. Okay, let's place the hands on the two blocks and we're going to resume this kind of cat and cow. So inhale the spine into cat pose. Exhale to cow pose. Bring your heart forward, upper back, collarbones, head all participating together. Inhale to cat. Exhale to cow. Once more, inhale to cat. And exhale to cow pose. Now your spine's been symmetrical through here, so notice the feeling of that. And then bring your spine to neutral, what you might think of as table pose. Place the left block aside and bring your left hand palm down. Now, if the floor is too far away for your left hand to be on the floor, then keep the left block and make the right one taller. Or you can do it like this also. I do want there to be a stair-step difference between the two blocks. So inhale to cat. And exhale to cow. Once more, inhale to cat. Exhale to cow. Bring your spine to neutral. Take the left arm under, reach across towards your right ankle, adjust your hair as needed, and then twist your upper body to your right. Now with your left hand on your right ankle, take your right hand to be on your left hand. Hold the ankle firmly, and as you're twisting to your right, also lean into the back hemisphere of the body, like you're going to stretch out the parachute of the back body. And keeping the left heel grounded, begin to bend your left knee. Please keep your hands very steady. Bend the left knee, take your body weight to your left. Press into your left heel. Notice the left hemisphere of the back body. And breathe in one more time on the left side of the torso. And exhale, straighten your left leg slowly. Now keeping your left hand on your right ankle, whatever amount your body would like to, you can raise the right arm into the twist. And then exhale to release. Walk your hands up to the blocks. You're going to have a block for the left hand now, and right hand flat on the floor. Hopefully this is feeling less awkward as we go. Let's inhale to cat, please. And exhale to cow. Inhale to cat. Exhale to cow. Inhale to cat. Now last one, cow pose. And keeping your left hand at first, keeping it steady on the block as a support. Bring your spine to table and take the right hand under. Begin twisting to your left by gazing under your left arm. And then place your left hand on your right hand. And as you're twisting to the left, try leaning back into the right hemisphere of the torso, or really opening the back parachute of the body. And then start bending your right knee so your body weight goes to the right. Notice the right hemisphere of the torso, maybe even the right upper inner thigh. And then inhale, straighten your right leg. Now let's keep the right hand fixed firmly. And any amount you would like to, you can raise the left arm up to the twist. And then exhale to release. Shift your hands to your hips and rise up to standing. And let's go heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe until you're in mountain pose. And see if you can stand really still. We were relying on the bony structure of the body and placing it in asymmetrical positions deliberately to kind of tap the places in the body where there's some sedimentation, some sedimentary tamas. Now that energy is available to be moved and to be directed, to be utilized. So please step forward to the front of your mat. 2 blocks. And let's just see how this feels. What is it like in your body to practice something now very familiar, following that sequence, which was kind of unfamiliar. So palms together. We'll use Anjaneyasana today. So inhale, upward hands pose. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Rising up. Uttanasana. Gliding forward. Left toes back and left knee down. Rising up. Descending, both hands on the blocks. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale to seal pose. We'll go to the structure of seal pose, but then light it up with the inhale. And then exhale, plank pose. Inhale, downward facing dog pose. Exhale, left foot forward and right knee down. Inhale to rise. Exhale, descend. Inhale, step forward, heart forward. And exhale to deeply bow. Inhale, rise up, upward hand pose. Exhale, hands to the heart. And then let's take the 2 blankets, please. And I'd like them to be the long, narrow fold. So from the storage fold, open. Do that for both. And please stack the folded edges on top of each other. The folded edges like this here rather than the frayed edges, which are down here. Okay. Please sit on the blanket so that when you lie back, the lying back process, I want you to lie down so that your head is touching the blanket. So I was too far from the edge. So I want you to lie down so that it's touching. But we're going to scoot back until the very base of the skull is at the stacked edge of the blankets. So scoot back until you just get there like this. And you feel like, oh, when you lay the head there, there's a bit of pressure from the blankets and there's a bit of traction because you didn't go so far back that your head is like flimsy hanging off there. Lay your palms face down alongside your torso here, perhaps down near to your hips. And go inside to listen for where energy kind of got mobilized. What is happening now? How does your body seek to organize that energy? In some cases, there'll be energy to dissipate. And some of that's going to go through the circulation to your lymph and then out from the kidneys to the bladder and beyond. Other energy, you might have kind of liberated some hidden prana, and that your body is also going to know how to make use of. Notice what's happening as you continue, just getting this bit of traction for the neck and this bit of pressure at the occiput. How does energy rebalance itself here? And we're going to go down about maybe 2 inches or so. It's kind of hard to measure here virtually, but you're going to go backwards until the top of the blanket is at the top of the shoulder blades. And so the arms can go kind of to cactus pose. The shoulders will not reach the floor because the blanket is really high up near the top thoracic and the lowest cervical vertebrae. And then scoot one more time. Scoot down until the blankets are in the middle of the upper portion of the shoulder blades. Your arms go to cactus pose. Your chin is going to start naturally coming in towards your throat. But the chest and the upper part of the collarbones can be open. And then scoot yourself further off of the blankets or roll to your side. And come down to a basic, I sometimes call this a rustic shavasana. And watch how energy moves in the body. And practice again, noticing that attention. There is a constancy of that which is paying attention. There's multiples, myriad numbers of sensations. The unfolding process. And the benevolent witness. Let's keep observing. How is your body navigating the energy that you kind of unearthed? Right? Please continue to watch, to listen, observing from the stillness of your kind witness. Now observe once more and imagine it in the language of the Gunas. So what in the body has become really grounded or more still? What feels heavy with relaxation? And where in the body do you sense movement, but not disorganized movement? In this case, energy that's been mobilized, your intelligence knows how to utilize. And where do you sense in your body that which is lucid or clear, that which is tranquil but alive, like a kind of quiet shimmering? Now you may wiggle the toes and the fingers. Please make a thoughtful transition from Shavasana back to sitting. And when you take your seat, also notice it. Notice your seat in the language of the Gunas. When you arrive in the seat, one of the things about sitting cross-legged is you have a stable base, considered a tamasic base. We want the rajas of being upright, available, attentive. And then the sattvic heart, sattvic mind. And please bring your hands together at your heart. Thank you very much, everyone. Namaste. I will come up to see you. I'd like to see you after class. I'd like to see you anytime, but I'd like to see the shimmer after the practice too. There's a little chat. Let's see. Yeah. You're so welcome. Yeah. How are you feeling?